But talking about checking out corner, y'all please go check out that Truckin' Chub Z, man. The dude is and especially when him and Shad get on there. Him and Shad got a chemistry, bro. It's almost like peaches and herb, bro. They got this thing going. Yeah. Yo, welcome to the Fans Point of View with your hosts, Shad and Truck and Chubby. You dig? I just wanted to give, Shad, new dad, want to give him a proper intro. Y'all know him from whooping all the Miami Hurricanes, fake people's ass out there, chilling with South Coast Kane and them. They run the round table and all that. Let me introduce the one and the only Shad 1419. Let's go. What's going on with you, bruh? What's going
good?
on, South Coast? What up, Max? What up with y'all, man? I just got back from the Red Fest. I am so happy right now, bro. I just got back from the Red Fest. I live like right downtown.
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay. So I'm down there, right? So I'm at the Red Fest, and I walk downtown. I'm walking because I live right down there by the bay. I look on my down there. I ain't bragging. I'm broke as shit. I need $1. You got $1 I can borrow? Hey, you got $1? So anyway, we walk down there to the Red Fest or whatever. We get our ribs. Everybody got them. Boom. And then we walking around, and I ran into a guy, had a tent. He said a prayer for me, gave my kids a balloon. That was super dope. But right after that, like I had got some person came up to us and gave us a deal for a vacation. I mean, so we really got 11 nights for like $400. And I'm like, we can't pass that. I'm like, damn, do I max out my credit card? You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, look, I had to grab it. But what up, though, bro? What's up with y'all, man? I'm glad y'all here, man. We about to get up into it, man. We got that Negro League thing on the lineup. But before we get up into that, though, bro, I want to pop up this screen real quick because for the simple fact, I want to get a couple things out the way. That's too damn close. Damn. All right, that's a little better. Y'all like that one better? I do. We had a show, but I gotta ask a question for you, bro. Like, y'all seen how I felt about the whole bankruptcy little thing with Shiloh, man. How you feel about that? And then we can move on. We gonna spend 3 minutes on it. Move on.
Man, that's that's crazy because as much crazy stuff that go on in society in the world that we exposed to, something like this is just. I don't even know how you put this into words. I don't know how a parent allows for a situation like this to happen. I mean,
for real.
I don't know, man. Like I said, it's
you can say what you want to say, bro.
It's a circus.
Yeah, it is. It is a circus.
It's a circus. At the end of the day, this is his last year. You know what I mean?
Does this affect him going to the draft, you think, though?
I mean, that's before we even get to the draft, right? Once media, because obviously you got to do Big 12 Media Day. So I'm trying to figure out, are you going to shield him from going to Big 12 Media Day, which I don't think it's 2 players anyway. So he doesn't.
It would be smart to send him.
But either way, the question is going to get asked. obviously you have to send Shador. You're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna not take Shador. You know what I mean? So the question is gonna get asked. It's gonna get asked in post games. I mean, so it's gonna be. I mean, it's an interesting situation.
Yeah.
But from an NFL perspective, I mean, maybe because you were a minor, you know what I mean, it might not be as stinging. But the fact that it's been under wraps this long until, like you say, until a situation where NIL is involved, where
Mm-hmm.
it actually becomes public information, I don't know. But I'm
And when
hopefully,
they know he ducking it, right? You know, like they know he ducking it. You know, even though it's a legal move, what he's doing, it's legal. It's perfectly legal what he's doing, and it's actually business savvy and being smart. You
yeah,
know, but it is what it is. He's like avoiding paying the man about this, and that's why I said what I said about it when I made the video. Dion should have, you know, he should have taken care of this. There's no way he should have let this even fall on the son, in my opinion. Like this should have been taken care of. But I
but you
think,
know, this kind of go back. Not to interrupt you, but this kind
oh,
of go
you're
back
good,
to
bro.
some. But this kind of goes back to some of the things that people have been. I guess that people who may be a little bit more closer to the situation have said, where it's like his relationship kind of with Shiloh is kind of different than the relationship with the other children. So it's almost to an extent like, I'm gonna let you wear this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it was one of the other
Mm-hmm.
four children, it doesn't get there. But because it's you, because of whatever relationship that we have, it
Yeah.
has to look a certain way on TV, even though it may be a different way behind closed doors. But obviously, kind of like Marlo Stanfield said, on The Wire, you want it one way, but it's the other way. So we on TV, it
Mm-hmm.
looks like a loving family, but in reality, it's the other way.
Right.
And this situation right here just shows. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people don't always have parent
Character.
child relationship don't always be the same. So
He's always talking about character and always talking about, oh Lord, we finna win this football game. And if we don't win this football game in the name of Jesus and praying and I don't even like playing like that. But I'm just saying that's what he do. And that's what he say. But as it is what it is. I just wanted to get your take
crazy.
on it. You know,
It's
I just wanted to get
crazy.
your take on it. Yeah, it is. It is crazy. It's crazy. And I am no longer fooled. Hey, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this live on the air, y'all. Because I know y'all seen me make videos about Colorado. Y'all seen me report on Colorado. Y'all seen it if you look through my archives. And I'm not I am hurt. My feelings is hurt. Okay. My feelings is hurt with Colorado. Y'all seen me do videos with Colorado people. My feelings is hurt. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me. I woke up. I sing past the bullshit and all the hallelujahs and everything else that he was saying, and I'm not sold on that stuff no more. I wasn't. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Because there's no other reason why somebody would take a 360 like me if you're not hurt. And I'm just being honest. Like that's what it is. Some people may not come out here and say that because they don't want to be honest or they're worried about the way they looking. But how could I ever say this? I'm not jealous of the man, so I'm not hating on him. I'm only reporting on facts and giving my opinions on certain things, right? But I'm literally hurt. Like, come on, like how when I found out it was a bunch of bullshit and it was just a reality show over there and how he was moving on doing that and everything. And I'm reading between the lines and seeing things that other people not seeing, or they do see it and they just figure it's Dion and they want to make the money off it. But that's why y'all see me changing up and everything. I don't want people to be like, oh, he fake, he this, he that. I'm gonna admit it. I'm hurt. I am. I probably cried. I got a couple tears about the You know what I'm saying? No, but for real though, bro. Like I'm just like, and it's just like, dang, then this coming out, and me being a father, a
Mhm.
loving father at that, makes me even look at him like a man, like from at a like just a grown man in the room. Let's have that convo, Dion. Why would the hell would you let your had this hanging over your son's head? This would have never been done if it was mine. Period. 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 And that's any black. That's any family in America. I don't care who you with. I don't care where you at. Our mamas would have been broke trying to make that man, making sure that man didn't either send us to jail, A, cause A lot of people said if his name ain't Sanders, he'd be in jail. Well, if his name was Hampton, like mine, I would have been locked the fuck up fighting the security guard in school and expelled. You know what I'm saying? And then my mama would have been crying. There wouldn't have been no judgment or nothing. And if my mama had to literally sell herself to make sure that that man was okay and he did sue me, she probably would have done that for me. Cause that's the love we got for our mom. Our mamas would have went broke. You know what I'm saying? So it works both ways. The same way everybody say, well, his last name. That's why they know he don't. The judgment Ben came out. He's already guilty. It's already there. And one more thing, if his last name ain't Sanders, he's in the transfer portal right now. I must say that. But we're gonna move on. I'm just keeping it a bean. And did I say something wrong, Shad?
Hey, but you know what though? This, you know what? When you bring that up, because I was thinking about that, I said, man, one thing about it when we had these conversations, like you say, all right, we're gonna spend 3 minutes on this, but you may pick up something, and we kind of got to go on it. But Shiloh originally went to the University of South Carolina,
Yeah, he did.
so I, how in the world does the University of South Carolina not know about this?
They did. Risk
How,
cost analysis.
how do you? But how is that? Like, obviously, well, we was 15 when this happened, right?
Right.
15.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, obviously you want to take, you say like, okay, well, we want to give guys a second chance, believe the character is not as bad as it is. But it's like, bro, like, it kind of go back to that last name, because it's like
It is.
most instances you don't get like a incident like that.
Your
At
D1
best,
scholarships are gone.
at best,
Mm-hmm.
you going to a Division 3 school. At best.
JUCO.
Yeah,
JUCO.
JUCO, that's where
JUCO.
you at
Mm-hmm.
best, until you show that, all right, I can handle myself in a situation like that. So you, and if you wanted them, like one of them ones, that maybe they'll put those little behavioral issues to the side, say, all right, well, look, we got to bet on the talent. But you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even, rankings wise, you didn't even fit into that category. So
No.
I don't know how you got to the University of South Carolina in the first place.
Last name, man. That's all last name, bro. We know what it
Obviously,
is.
yeah, but bro, that's crazy.
We know exactly what that is. That's our last name. But hey, you want to close out on that, man? You
I'm
good? You said your piece. All right, we said our piece on that, man. But I want to say Shiloh. I wish you nothing but the best. But Dion, we got to have a man to man conversation as fathers, because that ain't cool. And I don't know why nobody don't ask that question. So we got transparency here. We like kicking it, and I also want to get your take on how you feel about now politics. We never really got into, but this is the off season, and I want to get a little bit of what's up with this Trump getting locked up thing. How you feeling about that, Jen? How you feeling about that? I just want to. I mean, keep it real, bro. Spit exactly
flat
what's
out.
on your mind,
And
how you feel. But
I'm,
that's
I'm gonna
what we
be
do.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really looked into it.
Okay.
Obviously, I understand that you had the situation going on concurrently. You got the situation going on in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
the election, and then you got the hush money situation. So, to be honest, I really haven't even divulged into it.
Right.
But what I
Okay.
will say is, obviously, you do have two different competing factions. One group is going to benefit from it, another group is going to not benefit from it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just the theatrics that happen every time around this particular year. Just the theatrics, and they drum it up. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it
They
just
playing with us.
it's
Y'all are playing with us, man.
it's what happens every 4 years.
It does. It is. It's just one of them things that happen every 4 years, and I also feel like they playing with us, and we just got to know what to do out here, y'all. We really got to come together, and I feel that way too. I like that South Coast. Honestly, we should just get rid of all of them and start over. Like, I don't even think we need a government. I think we can govern ourselves. How about that? How about we govern ourselves? You know what I'm
You
saying? I
know what?
mean, they really at the top level, they ain't doing nothing for us. I mean, but let me be honest about this. And boy, some people might hate me for saying this, right? Boy, oh boy. Listen, at least niggas was getting some goddamn stimulus checks from goddamn Trump was in there, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Look, let's keep it a bean now. When everybody was getting their little stimulus and they was getting their little they unemployment checks, crime go down. You don't hear about nothing. Everybody happy with just a little bit of change, right? Just a little bit. That's just a little bit. Crime. I mean, am I telling a lie? Please, somebody tell me I'm telling a lie. And then you go back to work for way less than what you was getting for sitting on your ass with COVID. And that ain't funny.
Oh, it's crazy.
And nah, like, look, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is with that shit, man. It's just every 4 years. We just in a whole, it's just effed up out here, man. Just make sure y'all look into y'all local places. That's all I could say. Just look into our local places and hopefully that could do something. But I mean, all we could do is just pray for each other. That's all we can do. It's wicked as hell out here. Period. Period. Let me say that. Period. Don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like whoever come in there, they ain't for us. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? All we could do is just pray for each other. But I just wanted to get your take on that. Moving on. All right. You hear some crazy shit about them being plastic and food? Plastic and food. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Is that now? Have you looked into it at all?
No, because I'm still, because I was looking into what was it? Somewhere in New York, they
Yeah.
have it's a restaurant. They're selling like artificial, well, not artificial, but lab grown meat and stuff like that. So I'm still kind of looking at that. I mean, hey man,
He said, "Don't eat the wax fruit." Hey yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, hey, look, you know what I did? So I went on Amazon. I had bought a tent, a grow tent, a big grow tent. I got some lights, and I went to Walmart, and I had got them big ass bins they got on sale, them big storage bins, and I got a whole bunch of dirt, and I got, I went and bought pot and soil. I'm sorry, pot and soil, and I'm going to do an indoor garden to grow my own vegetables and fruits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we at. That's where we at. We are forced to grow our own shit, to have our own gardens. Not only that, the college around the corner from my house was a Division II college, Gannon University out here in PA, and they had just bought a big ass greenhouse. Yes, I am growing crops. Yes, sir. I got all kinds of crops for you. It's legal. I got crops that'll relax you. I got crops. Nah, I'm playing. Let me stop for the fan. They come kick them out the door. But look, but for real, yeah, man. I'm trying to, man. I gotta get it set up. I would advise y'all to grow your own shit, man. That's what I would say out here. Grow your own shit, because we going to eat sometimes. It's hard not to eat out, especially when you got small kids. Wait till she get a little older, and you and your wife got to go to her sporting events and shit. Because I got two, so every day of the week I got either baseball or softball right now. It ain't even AAU basketball season yet for my little one, mind you. My 15-year-old playing varsity football right now for Cathedral Prep up in Erie. So I'm gonna have that going on. So when he get out of football practice, I just clock out of work. I gotta go get him from football practice, get home, jump in the shower, go to a softball or baseball game that day. Crazy. Plus, when I be dropping videos during the week too, so shit be crazy. So so it's hard for us not to eat out. Like I be like, damn, I'm gonna go get me a $5 hot and ready because I can't. I don't feel like it right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Auntie, she up in here. She said, I'm around the McLarens. Yeah, my grandfather was good at growing, and that's exactly where I get that from. I remember that. I remember that. I took a liking to that. I definitely paid attention to grandpa. Definitely. Definitely. Shout out to my aunt coming through in the building. He said, I don't miss those days. South Coast King said, I don't miss those days. Me, bro, I'm just getting, I don't know how my wife do it. I give her props. I was on autopilot all day yesterday. I was just in tunnel vision. I was like, damn, I really was forgetting where the hell I was. Like I woke up 4 in the morning, and didn't stop running all day, bro. It's crazy. She do it every day, every single day. But all right, so moving on. Now we're gonna pull up one more topic and then we're gonna get up into the slides. All right. I got two slides ready. I wanted, well, two more actually, but so what's up with your boy Caleb Williams, man? Caleb Williams up there in Chicago right now. What's going on with that whole situation, bro?
You know what? It kind of, and I don't want to put him on his pedestal, but it kind of reminds me of when the reports started coming out like, oh, Patrick Mahomes threw like 8 interceptions in a scrimmage and stuff like that, and it's like, but Andy Reid comes out and says, well, we encouraged him to push the ball down the field, and then you get into the season, and then Patrick Mahomes is not throwing 7 interceptions over a 17-game season, so I mean, it's interesting because going back to, obviously we give a lot of credit to Lincoln Riley for the things that he does for the quarterback position. But I think the unique thing about Caleb Williams is I think he was obviously a little bit different than Baker as well as Kyler Murray to an extent because I think he did a lot more stuff off script than Kyler and Baker did. So when that's your biggest attribute and not necessarily going through the actual progressions and feeling like, hey, I got a big enough arm to make the throws.
Mm-hmm.
You realize at this particular level, like that window that you had in college at
Ain't
USC
there?
in Oklahoma, that window's not there anymore. So he's going to have to figure that out quickly. But again, I have to go back to the video that we did prior to him being drafted. Is there information that Justin Fields threw 7 interceptions in any practice? I'm
Oh,
still banging that drum. Now, y'all got
no.
him, so I'm sure y'all are happy. But I'm just like I said, you know how I feel about Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
It is
I know.
not Caleb Williams particularly. It's just the fact that y'all drafted the same guy,
The same guy. The
same skin
same guy.
complexion, same
Same guy.
everything. You know what I mean? The only difference is
Same guy.
they from two different parts of the from the well no because what yeah they from I mean Georgia is considered the South, but I mean
Yeah.
it's right there. Caleb is from the DMV area, so I mean they're kind of in a essence not from the same area, but they kind of
Oh,
are
yeah.
in region from a standpoint. It's like I got the same guy, man. It's
Yeah.
like
Same guy, just younger and cheaper, I guess. Because you would have had, they would have, I guess they would have probably had to pick up Justin Fields' contract, and they probably would have paid him, seeing how he would have performed. Because he would have went off up there in Chicago, I'm sure. But and he bought himself some more time by drafting Caleb. But yeah, it's the same guy. You broke that down beautifully. I advise y'all to go back and check out that episode because we actually did that comparison. The Shed broke that down beautifully here on the fans' point of view when we compared Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, they're being the same exact guy and everything else because they really are, and there's no difference. And this is before, and I must say, because we don't get our credit all like that, because us being smaller channels and all, not nationally known, nationally syndicated, or whatever you want to call that, we was talking about that before anybody broke that down. I must say that and get it straight up because I gotta say that. You gotta toot your own horn when you can around here. So y'all stay tuned in. Make sure y'all smashing that like button. Get us out here in the algorithm, man. Cause we different from other folks. Man. We different. We a little different. Something different, something to comment. So a little bit different. But we spit real facts out here though. That's a fact. All right. And we give great opinions. Great opinions. We just don't give good opinions. We give great opinions and very good hypothesis. Let me stop. Bronny to the NBA, bro. He's not going nowhere. He said cutting edge content. I dig that. I definitely dig that. Let's get that one. What it do, Daryl Page? What's going on? Talking sports with DP. What's up? You up in here? What's going on, man?
What's going on? So we about to get up on that Bronny James thing, man. Bronny to the NBA. I know you spoke on that and how you really feel, and you was talking about it. But look, he ain't going back to college. He ain't going back. He's in the NBA, and it
He
looks like
going
he's
to,
going to get drafted. It's
he
like he looks
going,
like he's going to get drafted.
he ain't going to get a trade.
Nah, he ain't going to trade school. He ain't going to trade school. Trade school don't want him. He went to he I seen it. I thought I seen him at Lowe's in aisle 14, but he didn't even know what the fuck a damn work belt was and none of that shit. He was like, I ain't got he was like, man, I'm gonna go hoop. I'm going there. DP, he said DP give good info also. I'm gonna have to check DP out. I definitely subscribe to your channel though, bro. I'm gonna have to check you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely have to check you out. He said it's in the G League better than Bronny right now. Okay. He said it's guys in the G League better than Bronny right now. That's how you I feel that. That's how you feel right now. I mean, he gonna get the shot anyway because he's LeBron's son, right? You feel that? That's how I feel. So let me tell you how I feel about that. I feel like okay, it's this nepotism at its finest, right? He's going to get the job because it is LeBron's son. And I wish you Max, I agree 100% with you, bro. I definitely feel like he should have went back to school. I said that before when we spoke about it before, but he's there now and he's not hitting taking no U-turns. He's there. He's definitely there, man. And I don't know exactly what he's gonna what's gonna is he a 3 and D guy? What would y'all say? I mean, that's more like I can say what he is 3 and D. Um, because his jumper is not consistent, but it will develop as time goes on. I think he has the athleticism to play in the NBA. Am I wrong there though? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't see where he's a fit at. Like, what team does he fit on? Like, y'all know I'm not the super basketball guy. I just completely fucked up the whole playoffs. I did say the Celtics would win, but I thought the Pacers would take them to 7. It goes to show y'all how much I know about fucking basketball. Like, I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. But like, I don't know where he fits in at. I don't know where talent like LeBron, like Bronny James fits in at. Because it's gonna be a package deal. Do y'all think it's gonna be a package deal? I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, Shad? Talk to me.
You know what? When I was on my way home from work this morning, I was sitting there, I was thinking about this topic. And the biggest thing that, obviously people are talking about is like you just said, nepotism. But I stopped and I said, let me put myself in this situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I've done a lot of things that we talk about, right, is the lack of opportunities that we've been given because of circumstances based on historical
Mm-hmm.
issues, right? And so when I put it into that aspect, I said, I'm not upset that Bronny James is going to get an opportunity to be in the NBA
Mm-hmm.
because only one or two things are going to happen. In reality, either he going to knock it out of the park
Mm-hmm.
or he's going to fail. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. You're not going to lose any sleep over it.
Facts.
And to be honest, I'm happy that LeBron James is in a position that he can help do that. It reminds me of like an interview. It's kind of off topic. When Dame Dash went on the Breakfast Club and he was talking to DJ Envy, and that's the first thing that went through my mind. And they were talking about like entrepreneurship, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so Dame was like, Envy, you don't have a radio station. So if your son comes to you one day and says, I don't
Mm.
want to work for nobody else, I want to come work for you, can you give your son a job at this radio station?
Mm.
And the reality of the situation is like, no, Envy, you can't give your son a job because you have a hiring manager. You have someone that you have to go through. And maybe you could get him in as a little intern, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't bring him in and put him like, a, half of the salary that you make. You can't do that. So I looked at it from that perspective. So I'm happy LeBron is in a position that, look, hey, if my son wants to do that and I got the ability to do it, let him work. Now again, it's gonna be on him to make it work, to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm doing is getting you in the door. And that's what all we want because Same thing with me and you. If me and you were in a position, we had $1 million and we got kids and we want our kids to not have to start where we started, of course I'm gonna put you on third base. I'm not gonna start you at the home plate. Now, some
Right.
people may argue and say, well, yeah, you do need to let them struggle a little bit to build some character. But in reality, bro, I'm putting you on third.
Right.
Straight up. It's on you to get home.
That's a
I'm
fact.
not gonna I'm not gonna give you the hand signals to steal home or
Mm-hmm.
anything. That's when your situational awareness has to come in at. So as far as fit, again, and I think this is what makes this show good. I think people are looking at Bronny James from an aspect of like, are we watching LeBron James again get drafted? But we
Mm.
don't see any LeBron James characteristics. So now we're trying
Mm-hmm.
to figure out where he fits. But
Right.
the reality of the situation is the ceiling for Bronny James, currently based on the body of work that we have, the ceiling for him is a rotational guy who maybe can work his way up to be the sixth man.
That's it.
So when people put the expectations to the reality,
Mm-hmm.
they won't be so outraged.
Right. Right.
Because again, looking at this NBA draft, and I know people say, hey, look, he could go back to college or whatever the situation is. The NBA draft is not gonna get any better. This is not like the NFL where guys say, all right, well, I'm gonna come back because this draft is heavy on wide receivers, or this draft is heavy on quarterbacks or defensive backs, so I'm gonna go back.
They
You
say
can
this
go
is
back. The draft is weak this year. It's gonna be
yeah.
weak next year. It's gonna continue to be weak because of the aspect of like collegiate basketball in the grandest scheme. Like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna close out. 15 years ago, the way Zach Edey dominated at Purdue, where did Zach Edey get drafted at 15 years ago?
I don't
He's
know.
the number one pick, right?
Come again. Say it again.
If 15 years ago, the way Zach Edey played at Purdue this year,
Mm-hmm.
as dominant as he was 15 years ago, isn't Zach Edey the first pick in the NBA draft?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know.
15 years ago?
Hell no. Hell no. 15 years ago, no. If he played like the way he played this year, 15 years ago, oh, yeah, I would. The first pick of the draft, Zach Edey.
When I'm thinking about some of the guys that have gotten drafted, like high, the way Zach Edey played 15 years ago, Zach
That
Edey
was the
is the
that was
first
the
pick in the
formula,
draft.
wasn't it?
Hmm?
I said that was pretty much the formula for a big 15 years ago, right? When you say,
That's what I'm saying. So, he be a lottery pick, but now, right now, Zach Edey is a liability because he doesn't do any of the things that you need him to do.
like shoot
And
three.
so you're banking on some foreign players who you don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know how they're gonna transfer and leave. So Brady could have went back. Ain't nothing gonna change. You're
Can he
not.
still
You,
go back though?
hmm?
Can he still go back? How that work? How
Nah,
does that work? I
nah,
don't know. Can he still go back?
they can't go back. Nah, he didn't
I don't
cross.
think so. He done.
He can't go back.
All right.
But it's over again. Like I say, the thing of it is, I think people are looking for Bronny to be his dad, and he's not his dad.
No, he's his
So
own
it
person.
makes people feel comfortable to say, look, I'm comparing you to one of the greatest players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pedestal that I'm putting you on. When the reality of the situation is like, nah, you need to put him on this pedestal down here. And then maybe you can appreciate it a little bit. But fit what I think he can do, I think he's probably going to be a pretty good passer of the basketball. I think he's going to probably be pretty good on defense because you need some athleticism. And I just think at the end of the day, I think he'll be a facilitator. I don't know if he'll be a starter, like
Mm-hmm.
a starter, but that's the way I look at it. Like, if that man makes it to be a six man, his career, in my opinion, is a success. You're an undersized guard. You got some freakish jumping ability. You do got that from your father, but you're an undersized guard. You're not that big. Like you say, you're not a consistent
Mm-hmm.
shooter.
Right.
You're a facilitator. You're a passer of the basketball. That's
He's very athletic.
yeah. So that gets you somewhere. Like you say, he has time to grow his game. But
He,
like I said,
to
I'm
me,
not
I think he need to focus on that defensive part. Focus on defense. Focus on that defense. I think
yeah,
that makes him
I'm
a
not
better player.
like bro, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna close it. Like it's probably some people that's looking at Bronny like, bro, you supposed to be like Ant-Man,
Nah,
Jalen Brown,
nah,
Ja Morant.
nah,
Now look at the comps that dudes are trying to compare him to. It's
nah,
like, bro, that is not his game.
nah.
It's
I
not his
do think
game.
I will say this. I do think I now look, I could be wrong. I'm not the super hooping guy, but Bryce, I like Bryce. Bryce gonna be taller. Bryce gonna be taller. You seen
Yeah.
his little brother probably what he I think he taller than him now, ain't he?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". Like I said, it's gonna be interesting because as soon as Bronny gets drafted, the microscope and attention now goes to you. So to be honest, Bryce may actually be under more pressure than Bronny simply
Mm-hmm.
because of what you just said.
Yeah, because he taller. He taller. He definitely taller. His outside game is she said, I think, babe. He said, I think baby Shad disagrees. She back there screaming like, Daddy talking that bullshit. Daddy, what the fuck, Daddy? No,
Uh,
but for real though, nah, but like I agree. But Bryce, he said Bryce is taller now. That's what IMAX said. Yeah, Bryce is nice. Yeah, I like Bryce. He do he get like he said. DP he agree. He said that Bryce got all the goods. I believe so too. I think so. I mean, when I checked him out, I was like, yeah, he tall. He gonna be tall. He might have that height, that 6'8". He might
yeah.
get the 6'8", 6'7" at the
So
least. And his shot is developing better. He can dunk and all that other stuff. And look, he is the one that's gonna have the most pressure. But to me, I mean, Bronny is just like he LeBron's son, but he's his own player. And I think LeBron did a good job of separating him out of that shadow. Though I will say that, like, if not putting him right behind that in that shadow, like the people. They had their individuality, I should say. I think he did a good job at that. You know what I'm saying? So, because I never really looked at it like that, to be honest, bro. I never looked at Bronny and saying Bronny got to be like LeBron, because I always seen him different from his dad, and like, you know what I mean, him being his own person. So, but I
but
hope, I wish him the best in the NBA. We know he gonna go to a team. I was hoping that somebody was gonna give me a couple of teams in the chat. Somebody out there throw a couple teams around
but
that
I'm gonna
may
say
grab
though,
Bronny.
but this the thing though. The reason I can't give you some teams is because it's like who other than people that are in depth scouts,
Mm-hmm.
like on the surface level, how do you say, all right, this team needs an eighth man in the rotation? You know what I'm saying? Who need who needs a seventh man off the bench? You know what I'm saying? Who needs that? So that's why I can't now. Like I say, if this was like if like when Bryce comes along, if he continues to progress like that, hey Katie,
What's up,
then
Katie?
then we can look at it. We can say, all right, because we are looking at a guy that's gonna come in and be a starter. But it's like, bro, I don't know who needs you. I mean, the Pistons need somebody.
Mm. Uh,
Orlando Magic, they always need somebody.
all right.
Charlotte, could you
So
imagine
you
that?
got to remember, like, so it's gonna be
Can
because
you
it's
imagine
Bronny and
Lonzo?
LeBron, most likely, right? Bronny and LeBron, right?
I mean,
You think? You think LeBron going? Because
need to do that, man.
if I'm an NBA GM,
They don't need to do that.
I'm trying my damnedest to get Bron. I don't care how old he is. He's still putting up 25 a game. Give me him and this son. And you ain't gonna at least try to do it.
Bro, LeBron don't need to do that, man.
He don't
Like,
need
I
to.
mean, like real talk. Like you say, you need that father to father time with Prime. I need the
Okay.
father to father time with Bron. Bron, you don't need to be on the same team as your son, man.
All right.
I mean, just the fact that maybe y'all can play on opposite teams. Let's say if he gets drafted to the Eastern Conference, all right, just go back to the East, right? And maybe get in the same division where y'all get 4 games apiece, 2 at home, 2 away. Do that. But don't be on the same team with him because
Mm-hmm.
but then at the same time, it's kind of like I still want to protect them because you know the dudes are gonna be messing with him, all your dad, this and your dad, or whatever. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
let him be his own man.
Right. I get it.
Get
I get
that
it.
much
You
freedom.
right. You right. When I really think about it, the locker room and everything else, like, yeah, like let me, yeah. I feel
It's
that.
like it's like it's like
Mm-hmm.
this is like, bro. if I want to get in, you say like how
Mm-hmm.
like the story like how Kobe. Let's say like the Jeremy Lin story, for instance, like the little video where Kobe talking to Jeremy Lin, like I talked to him, he that dumbish. Like
Yeah, right.
I can't say that to you in practice
Mm-hmm.
because Bron right there.
Right.
Because
Right.
I know if I
Mm-hmm.
say something crazy, guess what happened?
You're gonna get
You
deep
have
right.
just been traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm out of here. I can't. So like for real. So like trucker like for real like like father son stuff like Brun to give Brun at work like that old man like your dad whoop you on the court and stuff like that. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
let some other dudes get in. No, no homo. Let some other dudes work him. You know what I'm saying? Let
Right.
some other dudes try to get him. Let him mentally get to where he has to go. But I will say this. I will give Brun this much credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not advertising Bronny to be something that he's not.
That's right.
I will give
Right.
Bron that much credit.
That's
And
right.
I don't think that's being talked about enough.
Mm-hmm.
Bron has only said that I just want to dream of playing with my son in the NBA. Bron has never come out and said, from anything that I've heard, that my son is coming into the league to be this, this, and this. He hasn't given
Mm-hmm.
his son no player comp to say, okay, he's comparable to this or he's better. Well, you know what? Never mind. I take that back. He did shoot that tweet out about his son is better than something to do. I forgot about that tweet.
Bronny, like, hey, I must agree. Hey,
I
shout
forgot.
out to Daryl Page, talking sports with Daryl Page. Y'all go and subscribe to my man channel, man. Support everybody, man. South Coast Kane channel, he got a channel. Daryl Page got a channel. Shad definitely got his own channel. Y'all, anybody out there watching, go ahead and subscribe to their channels, please. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. He's better than MJ's kids. LeBron's kids beat Michael Jordan's kids in basketball. Would you
But you
say
know
that?
what? Hey, but you know what though? But you know, tell you. But you know that I take that a little bit deeper, right?
Oh boy.
Do we think how much time you think do you like looking at Mike, right? Not taking
Mm-hmm.
nothing away, but do it look like Mike was in his kid's life as much as you think Bron is in his kid's life?
No. No, but do you really think like Bron was in his kid's life as much as we think he's in his kid's life? Though?
I think he is. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah. I mean, as much as a father
Because,
absolutely can be.
the reason I bring up the Mike situation because everybody know like Mike like the Mike like the
Yeah, yeah,
Mike like the,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mike
yeah,
Mike at the
yeah,
Mike at the crap table.
yeah. Right, 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 right.
Junior want to go out there. Dad,
He
I want you
golfing.
to show
Yeah,
me the post up. And
yeah.
Mike like, nah, I gotta go play golf. We gotta go to the crap table. Like, I'm MJ.
Bron had,
And
yeah. He
so
got them boys trained. He was
that's
training them
what I'm
boys since they
saying.
was
So
little. Yeah, you right.
yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, Bronny better, but I don't think Mike may have put that type of time in with him. You know what I'm
but
saying?
is that still an excuse? It's like, I'm just saying.
I think you know what it might not be, but to me, I think it is something that I do think it is something that you do have to bring to the table because it's like Mike probably wasn't working with his kids the same way
Right.
LeBron working with him. Like, RP to Kobe. Like Kobe had the Mike mentality, but you can see like Kobe pouring that back into it. Like Mike, like what's the infamous clip they got?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul, they're like, all right, if Mike missed these shots, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get a free pair of tennis shoes. Mike ain't giving nothing free away. Listen, Mike probably told his son, like, look, if you want me to show you to do the fade away, that mid range, bro, I'm gonna need you to beat me in a game of one-on-one. Mike ain't letting his kid win no game, man.
All right. All right, I'm trying to get my little producing on a little bit, trying to get
I'm
you to
just saying.
sell it. Try to
I'm
get
just
my.
saying
I
though.
feel you.
I'm just looking at it like Mike. In my opinion, Mike wasn't working with them. Wasn't working with them kids like that, man.
All right, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. We gotta move.
Mike wasn't working with them, man. I tell you what. Hey, I'm gonna say this in closing. I tell you what. I bet. Hey, listen. I bet Bronny can't throw a set of dice like Mike's son can.
Oh, You had to say that, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, man. Nah, he
yeah.
probably.
What a lie! What a lie! What a
Nah,
lie! What a lie! You
I
think,
can't.
bro?
I plead the fifth. I cannot
You
confirm or
think?
nor deny
Listen,
that.
I don't even do it. That look gay. Hey, listen. You think? Hey, you think Bronny can? Bronny can't throw them dice like man. Come on, man.
All right, so let's get up into the first little slide week presentation we got here. So I guess a lot of people was tripping on this earlier today. Let me play it for y'all. Let me play this clip for y'all. The whole clip.
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper
Bucket.
is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12
Oh.
points off the bench.
Oh,
And then the lay from Boston as the officials are going to take a look at what just transpired between Carter and Clark.
okay. That's the
I mean,
bump.
that's clearly
Why didn't they say the
a
whole play?
foul, which
Oh,
was
yeah, she
called.
came
The
over and
question
bumped
is, will
it.
they call it
What did she say?
unnecessary?
So she go hold her one more
Mabry
time.
doubled
Then
off
we
to
go talk about
Carter.
it.
Her jumper
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
Kennedy Carter now
Oh.
with 12 points off the bench. Mabry.
So everybody tripping about that, obviously, right? Y'all seen that play, right? Y'all seen that? He said, "Yeah, they doing Caitlyn dirty." So what is y'all thinking out there? What is you thinking out there, bro? What you thinking? What are you thinking on this whole thing, man?
Bro, I know last week you asked on the show, you like, man, bro, we Shad we here to get his opinion on Caitlyn. But bro, I mean, Caitlyn didn't ask for none of this. 4 years ago, when Caitlyn went to University of Iowa, Caitlyn probably did not foresee the fact that look, I'm gonna be the most talked about women's basketball player at least the last decade or so. And so it's like then you got the media. Like Caitlyn never said she could go to the NBA and compete. Caitlyn never said she was gonna do this. She never said she was gonna do that. And so it's like you got other individuals that are essentially being mouthpieces that she never asked for. And so you essentially have batteries that are being put in people's back, and you get stuff like that. Now I don't agree with like Charles Barkley and them saying like, oh well, she's the face of the WNBA and she needs to be doing all this and doing all that. I mean, I don't agree with that. But at the end of the day, her coming to the WNBA, I'm gonna ask you this question: when the last time the leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball history entered the WNBA? When the last time that happened?
no, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you because if I must I be honest, I just was getting into it myself, like
But, I,
hardcore.
but
So
I'm just saying though, like they spoke about who the leading scorer was, and I think this was back in like the '70s or something. So we're talking about nearly over a generation has occurred since we've had this type of precedence in an NBA. I mean the
Mhm.
WNBA.
Right.
So and I'm gonna bring up something else too, right? And I
Because
and
I heard a cool stat. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish. There was a cool stat that I heard or that I got right. So the last 5 games of the WNBA this past season has been more people at these 5 games than there has been ever at a WNBA game. So 5 games the whole time the WNBA going. People, that's crazy. That's crazy.
and you know what? Because like I say, since we kind of just have been thrown into watching women's basketball, one thing that I did, I gotta give my hat to I gotta take my head off to Kayla Clark, Angel Reese, Cardoza, all these women. The fact that y'all played the
Mhm.
entire collegiate basketball season, made it to the championship game. Obviously, Angel Reese, LSU, y'all made it up to the runner up, and y'all had literally a few days off, try out, get drafted, and all of a sudden y'all playing basketball again after playing a grueling season. So it's like the other women in the WNBA is like y'all have had some risk. Caitlyn been going hard since when did women's basketball start in college? When does it start? September, October, somewhere around that time.
What are you talking about? The
Like
WNBA?
no, like the NCAA basketball. Like when did they start? Like when did their season start in college?
When what does it say? September? When did they start? When did basketball season start?
So let's say it starts in September.
Okay.
So Caitlin been hooping since September. We in June now. She's played every single game, and she's exerting a lot of energy from the standpoint of like you're literally shooting shots like NBA 3-pointers. You doing that, you dropping 30, 40 some odd points. So you're doing all that extra wear and tear and all that stuff in collegiate, and you get a couple of days off, then you got to try out, then you get drafted, and now you're going up against more physically opposing women. Like to be honest, how much more does Caitlin have
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like energy? So that's why like I expect like next year when next season starts, it's one or two things gonna happen. Either she gonna be like Jimmy Fredette, Adam Morrison, or she putting foot in ass. And I think it's gonna be putting foot in ass.
So she's at, yeah, I feel that, and she actually, so she no matter what you're saying, she actually has been okay. So the regular season starts. Then I had to get that specifically. All you gotta do is work Google. I believe it starts November, right? So the October somewhere in there, October, November. Can we say that? But depending on the the tournaments and everything, same time as the men, right? All right, so
9 months.
November, right? Okay, November. We got that up there. Cool. Thank you guys. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all. So yeah, it is November. So she been hooping for down there. She been hooping for a while, non-stop, non-stop.
And looking at like her game is behind the arc. So that's a lot of energy shooting the rock, coming down doing all that. You've been hooping for like this length of time, like no break, back to back NCAA championship games and all this stuff like that. So like you literally have played like a crap ton of basketball games.
Right. For real, straight up.
I'm surprised. Listen, bro, I'm surprised she even getting 20.
Straight up.
I mean, it's.
I don't think they should be hating on her, man. I mean, look, y'all could rough her, do what y'all need to do, but is it hate? Like what?
Yes.
Because like, why is they? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I said, in 5 games.
Chuck, it's just like this, right? Let's just say, obviously, we do this show together, right? Let's say you said nothing, right? Let's say you just you killing it, everything. But I got a mouthpiece too. I got a mouthpiece, South Coast, Cuban, everybody. Your auntie, we all saying, man, bro, y'all can't do nothing with trucking. Like, trucking can go up to ESPN right now and take Stephen A. Smith's job. He can go over to Fox, take Skip Baylor's job. He can say all of that, but you have said nothing. So obviously, when you get in that space, it's gonna be some animosity.
I get you.
So reality, and Angel Reese, she feel away because what they said, what she said the other night, well, on the tweet that she deleted. Oh well, it's finally good to get this covered because it's only one. It's not just one team in the league. So it's like that's your peer. So you feel a way about it, but it's like, what did she say? She has not said anything publicly.
Nothing.
Now she might talk a little bit on the court, but that's sportsmanship. But like, she didn't ask for any of this.
She didn't. She didn't, bro. She didn't. That's crazy. She didn't. I don't know what's making them sick. They might as well just ride the wave. I mean, look at like I said last week, Asia Wilson getting commercials now. From the Las Vegas Aces, they get much more than private jets. So much more is coming. Like I don't.
And then what did Detroit say? Detroit talking about, oh well, we thinking about bringing back our WNBA team. So I mean, and again, I'm not gonna say all this is because of Caitlin or whatever situation is, but at the end of the day, nothing stopped. Like Truckett, what's stopping any of the chicks that look like us? What's stopping y'all from working on y'all 3-point game and playing like that?
I don't know. Nothing. Because look, I hate to say this. I really hate to say this. I hope there ain't nobody in here from the ABC 1, 2, 3s, but I think that's somewhat of the animosity, bro. Because she's not like that, bro. That's just me. This is my opinion. She not like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that these other chicks is like that, or she's a lot different than a lot of people. And like you said, there's gonna be some animosity the way she came in there. She didn't ask for this, but it's just, but she opening so much more doors, and I think that I don't know, and I think some people may have that attitude also, like I'm not going to bow down to you. I'm going to compete against you. You know what I'm saying? And it may be
As they
coming
should.
off a little different. And then there is some hate, but then I believe that there's some people out there too that will be willing to work with her. But that's what they need to do. Cause I've been told y'all we all need to put our dollars together, go to the bank, go try to get a loan or start a WNBA team. It don't cost that much. Not right now. It don't. I'm being for real. Like this is the new wave. This the new wave. Like look, dog. Y'all want me to be honest? You want me to tell you I watched the Chicago Sky game and an Indiana Fever game at? You want me to tell you where I watched the game at?
Really watched it.
In my barber shop.
It's different.
Whole bunch of men in there. I'm in the chair. My boys by the window. I'm in the chair getting cut up. And I mean, we loud in there. Cause it was a good game. It was a 1-point game. She got the last laugh. She definitely got the last laugh because they pulled off the win. But I mean, it was live in there. Oh, ooh, especially when she got the ball and she threw that one. She threw it. She passed it. Old girl passed it. And it was a quick pass, and she laid it up off the backboard. You remember? I know y'all seen that play. It was a highlight, probably, obviously, but it was crazy. Hey, the barbershop went crazy. Oh, ooh, they getting it in. I ain't know they be hooping like this. Oh, the game packed. Pat McAfee, and it was just like, wow. I'm here, like, and then I thought for a second, like, wow, like we are watching a women's basketball game with this much excitement. Like this is a whole new wave. This is a
Def-
whole new wave coming through. Like,
def-
and I know a lot of people say that the NBA is their big brother and they need a lot of the NBA funds, but I don't think that's gonna be the case no more, bro. Like they about to take off, and it's not just Caitlin Clark. It's largely Caitlin Clark. She has a lot to do with it. But Angel Reese, like you said, Camila Cardozo, Kia Jackson, there's others like that whole wave that came in. They're more popular in that. Wait until this next wave go to the WNBA. Wow.
But the
And
thing
they
about
already been there for a couple years. So I mean, man, boy, if I wish, man, I had the bread to start a WNBA team, because I swear to you right now, bro, I really would. I would do it. I would do it. I would hands down start me a squad right now. Nothing at all. Katie, what you say, Katie? She said I could dribble down, stop at the 3-point line, and throw up 30 shots and make 10. Is she crazy? She
But
crazy.
but the thing about it, what's gonna keep it going, like you say, the chicks that's going back to college this year,
Mm-hmm.
gotta make it exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
That-
but wait, that's what I'm saying.
it gotta be an antagonist and it gotta be a protagonist. So
Uh-huh.
somebody gotta be good, somebody gotta be evil, not literally
Not
evil,
you.
but
Malaysia Full
you got
Wally.
that going.
She a dog. Malay Full Wally a dog down there in South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. So
They
it's
gonna
like
make her the villain. She gonna be Dawn Staley's
yeah,
villain.
somebody gotta be the villain.
She
I mean,
is.
like that's what y'all have to ride that into. Y'all gotta ride that into it. Again, full transparency. Like I said, I gotta be honest. I said on
Blase.
this show, I said, look, their fan bases at college might not follow them over to to the WNBA, but it seems like
They
that
did.
is. So,
Mm-hmm.
hey, listen, I'll take that L.
I mean, sometimes we wrong. I mean, it is what it
Yeah,
is. Shout out to you.
yeah.
I was wrong about the whole basketball thing, the whole playoffs. The basketball playoffs has just been crazy up and down. But yeah, man, like I say, like you still got
Oh,
Hannah Hidalgo for at Notre Dame. She about to be going crazy. They can't stop her. She's short, but she's just unstoppable. She like the women's Steph Curry type deal. Then you got the Flau'jae Johnson going back to LSU for another year. Her teammate down there, Anisha Morrow, she about to take over, but she'll be in the league. Anisha Morrow be a senior this year. She'll be in the WNBA next year. So she one of the big names. Like there's a lot of them women's that about to be going up there putting in that work and making the game more exciting. I mean, and to me, because of the following they have now, and the notoriety they have now. See, I think the social media accounts they have, you know, Flage, she being a rapper and all of that, you know, making music on the side and having that base too. So that all helps with the attendance and everything else. But like I said, like I'm in a barbershop full of men, and I mean everybody glued to the TV. We in that, you know how I go down. I ain't gotta, you know, I don't want to speak on the barbershop rules, but you know how I go down in the barbershop. Oh yeah, what you want? Bet you what? I bet. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I bet, you know. So it was live. It was all the way live, and that's dope, man. Shout out to them, man. They need to stop hating on Caitlin Clark, man, and let her eat, man, and bring that revenue. Like I said. All right, so we in the slide, the last slide for the day. Y'all shout out. Boom. Negro Leagues. This is what everybody waiting for. Hey, wait. I don't know. This was the title. I know some people clicked on saying we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Now, what exactly were you trying to hit on with the whole Negro League situation, bro?
You know, obviously, I haven't watched basketball. I'm not basketball. I haven't watched baseball like intentionally since like the 90s.
Okay.
Griffey was like when Griffey was on top. My favorite all-time player, Ken Griffey. You know, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. You know, back early 2000s, stuff like that.
Let's go.
I saw this initially when I saw it. I said, "Is this a troll account?" You know what I'm saying? When I saw it, so then let me go over and check on ESPN. So when I saw it on ESPN, I said, "Okay, this is legitimate." So immediately I said, "I already know what's about to happen. I already know what's about to happen. Some people are gonna start feeling a certain type of way." But MLB got integrated in 1940. Well, Jackie Robinson, the first black player to play, 1947, right? So before 1947, there were no blacks allowed in the MLB. And the first thing that you see from, I guess, MLB, hardcore MLB fans, oh, this is watering things down. This is this woke culture taking shape. But I'm sitting there, I'm trying to think to myself, what advantages, like we're talking about a sport here. We're talking about a sport. Like the gap that some of these individuals are trying to pretend that there was from Negro League to MLB prior to 1947, the way that they'll talk about it is you'll think that they're talking about the gap that currently resides with PWIs and HBCUs right now. That's not the case. So Josh Gibson obviously is going to go down is the leader with the career high in terms of batting average, right?
Yeah.
And so people are talking about like, okay, this is you're bringing up statistics from an inferior product, and I'm trying to figure out what makes this product inferior. What made this product inferior? We're talking about in the 1930s, 1920s, 1910s. What are we talking about?
They weren't.
It's not like y'all had these automated batting cages. It's not like the technological advances that they have now. Like a bat is a bat.
Baseball is baseball.
Baseball is a baseball.
That's a
fact. Glove is a glove.
Yes.
It is what it is. And the thing that people are misinterpreting, you'll hear any athlete say this. Or anybody that's, does sports, understands
Keep it a bean, South Coast Kane. Go ahead and tell them why they weren't in there.
The hardest thing to do, the hardest single thing to do in sports is to hit a baseball.
Facts. Say that again. Say that again.
Like, that's the literally, that's the hardest thing to do. Like, somewhat like, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. A joker could underhand me a softball right now. It'll probably take me 15 tries before I hit it. And we're talking about underhanding us, not fast pitch. We're just talking about simply slow pitch softball. It'll probably take me 15 tries to hit it.
Barely softball.
So the thing of it is like you're trying to discredit this man or trying to discredit their statistics by saying that this is inferior baseball. And it's like, bro, we're talking about a time period. Now, maybe if you want to say baseball got integrated in the 90s or 2000s, maybe I'll rock with you. But
that's why they represented.
1930, 19, 20, 19. Like, come on, bro.
Listen, there ain't no way these guys are inferior because
Come on,
if
bro.
they play, and look, I'm about to get deep, y'all. So forgive me. Y'all know my heart. Y'all know how I am. But y'all know I like to speak truth and I like to spit facts. And sometimes that may, what's up, LV? What's going on? It may not roll what a lot of people say because I ride that edge, right? Now, I've talked to some older gentlemen with this, right? About this subject, and I'm not gonna lie, and they black, and and they said, well, shit, one of the worst things that could have happened to that is the fact that they stopped having the Negro leagues and start letting the league start being integrated. And I said, what you mean by that? I said like desegregation. He said, yeah, that's probably one of the worst fucking things. I said, why? I said, why is that? He said, because that's when blacks started to stop supporting each other. Niggas don't support niggas no more. I said, damn. Because everybody start wanting to try to fit in and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just had to spit that out. I had to get that off. But look, anyhow, it's not an inferior project. It's not inferior because there was a lot of great players that were black that could not join into the league. And to be honest, when I first saw it, Shad, I must say that I thought it was slightly disrespectful to the to the Negro leagues to even be integrated into the MLB stats. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, you don't know how hard our ancestors and the people ahead of us had to fight to start their own leagues. Like, their leagues, their games used to get shut down, their buses used to get pulled over, their games getting delayed because the police was stopping their games, people out, you know what I'm saying, people couldn't get into their locker rooms because there was a lot that went on for the Negro leagues. A lot of our ancestors went through in order to build a whole league because we were not able to join a Major League Baseball. So for them to do it all these years later, it's like, okay, now are you going to give his family some kind of reparations or something for that? But because if not, like, I thought it was kind of like why? Like, why? Like that was something that my ancestors built because y'all didn't want to, because your ancestors didn't want to let them in there. And it's like that. And look, they worked very hard to build that. Why? Why do that now? If anything, honor them. Like how y'all been with the jerseys and everything else. But pulling the stats in and trying to make it equal to y'all now, when they like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
like I said, I understand it
Come on.
from that particular vantage point. I
Because
do.
when you get the, even if you get to looking at their stats, like they only played like what 95 games compared to how many they play in baseball, 100 and what, 150 maybe. Is that sound about right?
Oh, I don't know how many games they were
Me neither.
playing
I think
prior
it
to
was like
integration.
150 though when I looked it up, and like
Back then too.
all I know is they could play their asses off. That's what South Coast Kane said, and in South Coast Kane, you're right. They could play their asses off, and a lot of them they wouldn't let even get in the league because they knew that shit was gonna change. But the thing is, and I don't mean no slight, but look, he said my parents' entire school was run segregated. Uniontown, Alabama, 62 and 63. So I mean, but how do we really feel about that though? Because we have no outlook on that. I'm just saying that they built it, and there was a lot of greats in the league. Now Pittsburgh is where I'm from. Pittsburgh Crawfords, some of the best baseball came out of from the Homestead Grays, correct? That's in Munhall, PA, which is not that far from Pittsburgh. You actually can say, you probably could slide your way in saying you from Pittsburgh if you live in Munhall, PA, okay? Munhall, PA, the Homestead Grays were a great team, one of the most known Negro League baseball teams that there is. I'm pretty sure of it, right? And I mean, everybody knows all of them, but Homestead Grays ring a bell, then Kansas City Monarchs, so forth and so on, and the Pittsburgh Crawfords or whatever. And so growing up there, I knew a whole lot about the Negro Leagues and how much we really honor that growing up in the hood. Now there's a place called Homewood. There's a area called Homewood that's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I played Little League Baseball in Homewood, and they actually make us take like a little course on the Negro Leagues and knowing about that and how much it actually meant to the community in Pittsburgh and how many jobs and how many stores and black businesses there was and how much it fed off that. Like the Negro Leagues was so much more, and it's like they shut it down because people want to fit in. And I love it, and I love the fact that I got Caucasian supporters like South Coast Kane. That's a huge fan of mine and a very huge supporter. God bless your soul, man. You're a great guy. I love people like you. I wish there was a lot more people like you, but the fact is, South Coast, you know that there's not a lot of people out there like you that love us and give us those chances and opportunities out here. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not a, that we don't support each other enough, and everybody want to fit in, but we're not going to fit in everywhere. That's where everybody has to stop at. So in a way, I kind of understood what they were saying about, you know, the segregation and everything. Like, could have been one of the worst things that happened. Could it have been? Really think about that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking a question to y'all. Could that have been one of the worst things that ever happened? Because of the way that everybody wants to fit in and wear other brands and not support each other. And everybody talks about it. We talk about it a lot. I'm sure y'all heard it a lot. Support black owned businesses. But do y'all really? Do we really? I mean, come on. Without people like South Coast Kane, a Caucasian man that's supporting you, what do we really got? I mean, I'm being honest. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's talk real. Let's get real here for a second. Let's really get real here for a second. Let's get down to it. Like, do we really like, you know what I'm saying? Would I really have a shot out here? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sure I do, and I will, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, real for real, for real. But I just like that's just where I stand on this whole thing at, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was and that's just where I stand, and I'm gonna stand on that. And I always have to say that to the end is that I'm not racist. I hope y'all don't take me as that way, but I am black, man, and I am aware of myself and my surroundings. And I do not preach that to my children. You know what I'm saying? I don't teach that or anything like that to my children, but my ancestors did strong build that. I won't say that in closing. And before you go in and cook on the rest of it, they worked very hard to start this league, and the league supported a lot in the community. And I thought it was a slap in the face.
I mean, like I said, I can understand it from that vantage point. And like I said, I just try to just separate it from the bigger picture and just try to keep it, within the sport. Because I agree 1,000% with everything that you said. Because like you said, obviously you can't take away from the past and what transpired to get to this particular point.
Mm-hmm.
But and I do, to an extent, I do feel like that this shouldn't. The biggest thing that, like I said, upset me is the fact that individuals, like you say, this is an inferior product, and it's like, nah. I mean, I wanna be able to look and say, all right, this is what it was, because obviously Josh Gibson passed away like the year or maybe a year after, 2 years after MLB was even integrated. So he wasn't even able to actually be a participant in it. But the fact of the matter is like
There were certain things they picked up from the Negro League
it's
games that
just,
they started doing
yeah,
at like major league games. Like, you know what I mean? Like the concessions, the way we ran it, the way that things were different. Like entertainment at Major League Baseball games did never happen. That was something that correct me if I'm wrong, South Coast. Like, you would know a little bit more about this, but the little bit that I read, I didn't have much time to. But it was like they looked at that business model. So for it to be an inferior product, like how? Like so much came from that. Like they literally, like, the little funny shit happening at halftime where they got the fucking mascots running and doing
yeah,
silly shit. Like
yeah,
shit like that came from
yeah,
Negro League, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The bands
yeah,
and shit playing music and all that. That shit came from me.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like let's call
but
it what it is. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like that shit came from there. So there's a lot of things that they picked up on from that, and they seen there was a lot of good shit going on at the Negro League game. So, you know, it's unfortunate that they would say that shit. It really is, because like they trying to dumb it down. Like, that's never been inferior. Like, there was some greats that was in there. Greats. They couldn't they couldn't fuck with a lot of people. Now there was some great people in baseball. I'm not knocking baseball, because there was a lot of great players that was in
That's,
the Major League Baseballs
that's
back
what
in like the 1930s. You had like what was his name? One of the good names that people don't know about, and you're gonna be shocked. South Coast gonna be proud of me. This one was named Kiki Collier. I think his name was Collier. And that's back when like Babe Ruth and Hank Wilson and all them, Hack Wilson and all them was playing. I did my little bit of research. I do my homework a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 19, then this is the 30s, so I wasn't no born, but you probably heard some of these guys. But their motto was, they looked at that and they said, oh well, if we can add this in the major league, we'll have a lot more fun. And by the time 1947 came, okay, so Detroit had a team too, right? Detroit, what was their team called again? The Detroit Stars, I want to say it was. So and Chrysler and all that was for the Motor City in Detroit. And their Negro League team actually had been picking up a lot of steam. There actually was a lot of money generated around that shed, and the Major League seen that model, so they was like, "We got to integrate this shit," because they coming up.
the thing, like I said, I just wanna, like I said, I always just wanna do it player for player, just compare
Mm-hmm.
player to player. Josh Gibson to Babe Ruth, Audi, just let's just look at it just from a player per player standpoint, because like I
Okay.
said, we're
Okay.
talking about a time period where there wasn't an advantage. There wasn't like supplemental advantages. There were not like
Yeah.
advantages. Obviously, like you say, transportation back and forth, to the game, that differs. But once we get on the field, like we're comparing product A to product B, and they're both the same product. And let's
Yeah.
just do it like that. Like I said, I agree with
Well,
you in the standpoint of like
it's even hard to
take this
compare the
game.
stats.
Well, yeah, because when I was looking at it, it was like they still only have about 75% of the statistics from the Negro League. So it's like you're talking about a whole 25%. So they could change the record books even more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could sway it further this way, sway it further that way. But I just look at it from that. I look at it from that particular standpoint. Like,
I got you.
let's not act like that. Let's just treat this like how it was when it was the AFL and the NFL,
Okay.
where you got two leagues. What? Not the yeah. What that
Yeah.
was the AFL. Yeah,
Yeah.
AFL
It
and
was the
NFL.
AFL,
Like
NFL at the
it's the
point.
same. It's the same product. Same product. And obviously they come together and whatever the situation. Like I say, from a financial standpoint, like I say, that discussion can be had from sports all the way down to schools to
Mm-hmm.
everything else. We can have that. We can have a discussion about the
Okay.
economic problems that transpire from that. But
Mm-hmm.
just a statistical standpoint, I mean, it's about time that y'all do this, because y'all are making it seem like this particular league was just something that just happened overnight. Like they only played like 2 or 3 seasons, and like, okay, well, you want to take 2 or 3 seasons worth of stats and try to integrate them into over 100 some odd years worth of statistics. Like, no, it's like it's time to bring some additional awareness to this. Like, okay, who is Josh Gibson? Now it's time to look at like
Mm-hmm.
some of the additional monetary benefits that can come from that, like film, documentaries,
Oscar Charleston. Yeah.
all, all these different type of things like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, once those people get there, they're not gonna get their panties out of a bunch. They're not. But just the fact of the matter is like hitting a baseball is hitting a baseball.
All right. I got you, bro. I mean, look, I ain't mean to get too deep on the shad, you know what I'm saying? But without I don't feel like you could talk about the Negro League without talking about why was it around? Why was it? Why did we need a
Oh,
Negro? You know what I mean? Like we could talk
we
about
know,
it, but why not? Why not try to educate those who don't know?
we know.
Why didn't we?
But you
Because
know that, but that's the funny thing about this whole thing. Like the funny thing about baseball, because baseball has had this perception for the longest period of time, and I've said this. because someone asked me, and like I say, not to sound offensive or anything, like why you don't want to play baseball? Like, man, I don't want to play. I don't want to play the white man sport. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the way we
Uh,
looked at it. Because that's the perception of it. But when you look at all the rest of the sports,
we love baseball coming up. I wish more
right?
of us did play baseball. We love baseball coming up. Like I said, I don't know what it is. Like football and baseball in Pittsburgh is huge. Huge, huge. Like you ain't gonna find too many basketball players in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but you're gonna find some good ass baseball players and some good ass football teams. That's what you're gonna find out here in Western Pennsylvania. Cause I mean, baseball was huge when I was little. We loved baseball. We did. And it's just like I said, it's just the culture that yeah, who puts into it, you know what I mean? Who puts into it? Like it's huge around there. But yeah, some great guys real quick before we get on up out of here. Some great names that's going to be in the record books in the MLB. Now you're going to hear about Josh Gibson, who was a catcher for the Homestead Grays. You're going to hear about Oscar Charleston. He was a center fielder, but he also was a manager for the Homestead Grays and other teams around the league. You're going to hear about the shortstop Willie Wells. You know what I mean? He played from 1924 to 1948. You're going to hear about Buck Leonard, played for the Homestead Grays, of course, and Torian also. Turkey Stearns, you might hear his name. He played for the Nashville Giants 1920. He finished off his career with the Chicago Giants in 1932. He also played for the Kansas City Monarchs. Judd Wilson, you'll hear that name too. Man, those is just ones that I was like in the top 25 now from the and the stats that went over to the MLB. But there's plenty more, much more,
Yeah,
when you get to looking at people's slugging percentage. And that's something that's really catchy too. The slugging percentage from the Negro leagues was like there with the MLB guys, even though they play almost uh, double the games. I think they play like 70 more games than the Negro Leagues played, the MLB did, and the percentages wasn't that far off. So if you give them that much time, like I mean, you gonna get busy because Josh Gibson was really good, man. Really good, man. He played 139 games, 3,000. He had 3,987 plate appearances, 3,414 at bats. He had 907 runs through his whole career, 1,248 hits, 215 doubles, 81 triples, 246 home runs, 1,065 RBIs, 57 stolen bases. He only been caught stealing twice, 528 base on balls, 54 strikeouts. He was intentionally walked 21 times. He got hit by the pitch 12 times, 29 sacrifice hits, 4 sacrifice flies, pop it up, your guy gets home. If you don't know what that is, one double play he ever was in when he got out. He had a career batting average of 3.3. I mean, it's 0.366. That's really good, just for y'all who don't know. Okay. His on base percentage was 45%. I guess you could say that, which is really good. That's 0.452. Okay, his slugging percentage was 0.692, which is 69%, which is great. All right. And look, the guy, his on base and slugging percentage was at 1.144, which is just like unreal. Like that's why that's like them stats is just
crazy,
unbreakable damn near.
crazy,
You can't. You can't. You
crazy.
can't. He said, "How can you deny those stats? Simply impressive. Like you really can't. Like you just really can't." South Coast. Like it's just crazy. Like it's like unreal. Like that's like some creative player type stuff. Like you gotta put it in. You gotta not only create a player on the MLB to show. You gotta put everything to 99 to get. Like for real. Like he was really good. Josh Gibson was really good. Catcher, like I said, from the Homestead Grays. It's not right around the corner from Pittsburgh. Like it's really there. It is in Pittsburgh, bro. Man. But I love having these conversations, man. Bro, I love kicking it like that, bro. For real. I think it needs to be done a little bit more. Anything you want to say in closing out and get on up out of here, bro?
Oh, bro, no. We good conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Next week, Friday, right?
next week Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and they're telling well, next week I know one is something we got to talk about. This debate. Well, I ain't gonna say debate. This topic that's being brought up about trying to insert Kyrie Irving into the GOAT debate of point guards, which I think is absolutely stupid.
Kyrie just been different since he got them. I'm telling you, you seen them shoes he had on with them tassels, right?
Bruh, I don't listen.
All right.
We're not. I don't even know. Like, come on, bro. Kyrie is not one of them, man.
No. I ain't saying that Kyrie one of them.
No, I
All I'm
understand.
saying is
Like,
that Kyrie
but you know
digging deep
what?
this year. I think Kyrie going all in. I think Kyrie want this ring. And like I was trying to explain to them last week about those shoes, like that symbolizes a lot more than what people think. Like, as being, you know what I mean? It's more than just some cheap Nike nice shoes to him. Like that it goes deep. Like I really got to look at the meaning of of them shoes that Kyrie got on and what it represents. Like and know why and see, and then you'll start understanding why you're getting this Kyrie like this late in the season. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he hoists that trophy over the Celtics. I would not be surprised at all because we're gonna get a different Kyrie only for these playoffs. This is all he got in the tank. I think that's it. So just to answer that real quick in the GOAT conversation, no, I don't think he belongs there. But I mean, he's giving all he's got right now. That's it. He's giving it all.
He's a good player.
But the GOAT though, I mean, like he's
Like
going to be one of the greatest. Like that word GOAT to us back in the day
we talking about the point guard.
Something else.
Like we talking about like for his position. I'm like, I didn't even know Kyrie was classified as a point guard. I thought Kyrie was classified as a shooting guard.
Like when you say the GOAT, that's the greatest of all time.
He's not top 10. He's not top 10 point guard ever. He's not.
You don't think he is in the top 10
of all time? No.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about this next Friday, y'all. I think me and Shad gonna get into it. We gonna get
man, bro.
But that of all time. Kyrie, let me see, man. I don't know. I gotta break it down. I guarantee you by Friday, I could come up with some way to place Kyrie in the top 10. I guarantee y'all I'll find a way to put him there.
What my man told Liam Neeson on Taken, good luck.
Good luck. You already must know. See, when you get the, look, I've been doing this long enough with you, Shad, to know that when you start talking like that, Shad, you know something. So look, I'm gonna defer. Because when he do that, he be setting people up. He'll set you up, and then Shad will come. See, I know, like, yes, it is. It is. LMV, thank you, LMV. The word GOAT is overused. Like, at least it's just the GOAT word is not the same thing. GOAT is not like that meant something to us back in the day. When we use the word GOAT, that meant something. Like when you say somebody is good. And in their rankings, oh, he's good. Like, that's cool. Like, nah, like, okay. Who name one of, like, when I first heard GOAT, y'all gonna laugh at me, right? Michael Jordan, GOAT, right? That's a GOAT, right? It's a GOAT. Greatest all time, right? All right, cool. LL Cool J, he's a GOAT.
Yeah, heard that.
You know what I mean? So that word, it was overused, like it's just abused. The word is abused. It does not mean that it just doesn't have the same validity as it had back in the day with us. And like, I don't know if we can take that word back. You think we could take that word back off of these youngins and like, look, that you can't use the GOAT word. You have to say, start using lingo like, oh, he top 10, because ain't nothing wrong with saying that. Oh no, Kyrie's definitely top 20. He top 20. He top 15. Top 10. Like, why can't y'all say top 5, top 10? Why you got to say the GOAT?
Because I don't know, man. They just start using TBE like Floyd.
I believe that too. I believe LeBron is the GOAT of this era for sure, hands down. I believe that too. LMV.
Oh yeah. I forgot. We gotta talk about that too. About this other stupid debate talking about Luka at this point is better than LeBron when he was 25.
Hell nah. I get that. Look, man, I don't understand how people even say that. That's crazy. That's crazy. LeBron took a garbage ass team the year he got drafted to the NBA Finals. The Cleveland Cavaliers got drafted. He got drafted straight out of high school and took them to the finals. Can't nobody do that. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, we gotta have this.
It's gonna be
Y'all do not miss this show coming up, man. I'm gonna get it all prettied up. I'm gonna make the slides all pretty for y'all. So y'all got something to look at while we chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? And we getting into the conversation. But make sure that y'all here Friday, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. work for you, bro. 8 p.m. or 8:30? 8:30, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Friday night. We gonna get into it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share us so they catch us on the replay. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man South Coast Kane channel. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to Shad's channel. You know what I'm saying? Shad 1419. And make sure y'all go check out and subscribe to Daryl Page, Talking Sports with Daryl Page, DP. All right. Go show some love to my man. Come through every week and show us some love, man. Thank you, South Coast Kane. Good stuff to y'all, man. Salute. We up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Wanna see Truck and Chubby live with co-host Shad? Tune in at Fans Point of View, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit your notification bell for all updates. Thank you for watching.